Welcome, Virgo, to your June 2021 reading. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. If this is the first time you've tuned in, I offer free mini readings for all new subscribers. So if you've got a question about this particular reading or something that this reading doesn't cover for you, just click that subscribe button and ask your question in the comments below. I get back to everybody who subscribes and asks a question. So if you don't hear back from me right away, don't worry, I will get back to you. Now, Virgo, I'm absolutely loving your reading for June. And you've got such beautiful energy to start off with. You've got that energy of the sun, and that is just happiness in your life right now. I feel with the sun there's also amazing ideas that are coming through for you, and there's so much opportunity as well. The sun is just a card of success, and it shines its light on everything in your life, and it helps to bring such positivity to everything that you do. And if you keep your thoughts positive, Virgo, there is absolutely no way that you can be unsuccessful. There is no way that you can't be successful. I'm sorry, I think I worded that incorrectly. Now, this card also talks about healing, returning to vibrant health. There's a couple of cards in your reading talking about that as well. So I'm not sure if you've been feeling unwell. Some of you may even be having a lot of mental worries, a lot of mental stresses. If that has been making you unwell or depressed, there is a healing here for you in the sun. It's just beautiful. I feel like this is something you've grown in confidence. It's just shining a light on all aspects of your life in June. That sun card, just absolutely beautiful energy. Now, I feel like there's a lot of messages that were coming through in this reading, Virgo, so take what resonates for you. But I feel there's an overall message here of some mental worries, mental turmoils. Things have been quite hard for you, I'm feeling here. And there's an absolute ending to that stuff. It's not, it's absolutely not going to get any worse. It's got as bad as it's going to get. And the reason I know that is because of the 10 of Swords card that you've got there. I'm jumping all over the place, but I see connections in the cards when I'm reading. So the sun is saying that it's gotten as bad as it's going to get, and things are absolutely healing. Now, the 7 of Wands here for your second card. This is a card of, it's quite a powerful card, and I've noticed that 2 of your cards relate to Virgos, so there could be a significant Virgo in your life. But this card asks you to stand your ground and defend what you believe in. And this is a card of real bravery, and you're fighting for what you believe in, fighting for your rights. It's that kind of energy. This could be something to do with work for some of you, or a creative project that you are working on. But on the other hand, this card for some is asking you to actually look at the choices that you are making. Is this battle, this fight that you could potentially be in, actually worth the energy? And if would your energies be put in a better place? Could you direct your energies in a better place? than what you are expending energy on now. And it's going to make you grow stronger either way. If you stand up and fight for your rights, you are gaining strength within by doing this. And if you choose to walk away, because this card is one of those cards, traditionally, this is the Aleister Crowley deck, but on traditional tarot imagery, you see the person standing there and fighting, but what this card kind of asks you to do is to look at the aftermath of that battle. You know, sometimes was the fight actually worth the effort? But, you know, as I said, you are going to grow stronger by going through this. And also another little message that comes with that Seven of Wands is if you need to make a choice, use your heart rather than your head. You know, there are a few cards here that do suggest you use your head over your heart, but in this instance, that Seven of Wands asks you to make any choices from your heart rather than intellectually. Now, this is next, you have the Four of Swords, and this is that other card of healing. You are going into that quiet place, that place that you can just shut the door on the outside world and just relax and heal mentally, physically, spiritually. This is really asking you to take that time out and make sure you do. Now, if there is any healing happening, I feel this is going to be happening quite quickly. You've got the Knight of Swords right beneath that, and that is motion, energy moving forward, and very fast energy as well. Now, you've got, I touched on the Ten of Swords before, but you've got another card here, the Six of Swords, which does give the same sort of message about leaving behind this difficult mental stresses, strains, worries, physical worries and illnesses as well. But I'm feeling more this is like, because they're swords to me, this is like difficult worries that you've had in your mind. But the Six of Swords is that card where you are leaving that behind. You are going from this tumultuous period in your life to settled waters, to settled shores, and the battle is behind you. And this is quite interesting because you've got the Death card there, and this is also that card of endings. It's releasing that as well. So not only has it ended, but you are releasing it, because sometimes we can end certain struggles or issues that we have, but we still retain some of the emotion, but you are really letting that go. You've got the Six with that message. You've got the Death card there with that message. Now, some of you may have a significant Scorpio in your life as well that could have something to do with this issue, but you are releasing that now. You are letting that go and moving on to beautiful, wonderful times, Virgo. You really are. Now, beside that is the Strength card. Now, I did actually touch on that when I was talking about the Seven of Wands, but that Strength card there is such a wonderful card as well. I'm loving it for you. This is a Leo. So again, as I mentioned, there could be some struggles with a Leo. It could be something to do with this battle, or it might not have anything to do with that. This could just be a Leo that is significant in your life in June. And what the Strength card actually talks about is you getting what you want, but not in a negative way. This isn't like manipulation or anything, but you are getting your desires in a way where no one's actually harmed. You are putting yourself first, and this is that energy of Leo. So you might just be taking on that energy where you are able to look after yourself and nurture yourself and put yourself first here. This is that card of going within and finding that there is this calmness in you now. You are able to harness your inner strength, and this is just, and by harnessing that and taming your inner strength and being able to channel it and use it, you are becoming so strong, Virgo. This is just, I love this beautiful energy. I mean, the strength and the sun is just radiating. It's such great, wonderful times for you in June. And I feel like with the strength card, you're able to forgive and forget. There's something here that, and I feel this is so linked with that Seven of Wands card, this battle, this struggle, this something that you're passionate about. You are going to be able to forgive and forget and just let go of any judgments of yourself as well as other people. And you're going to be able to view people around you with tolerance. So I feel like for quite a few of you, you're going to realize that this battle that you have been in, you aren't going to worry about it anymore. You're going to take the higher ground and just release that stuff. It's not helpful. You know, for others, stand your ground if it's something you believe in, very much so. But I feel like what the message that is coming through here is you are going to be able to really forgive and forget. And this is just going to create such strength and power in you. It's just wonderful. Now, the Knight of Swords, this is a card of energy and movement. So things are going to be happening quite quickly here for you. You are changing. You're leaving that difficult path that you have been on behind you, and it's going to happen so quickly. It's like stepping into a world when you're really going to have to be like, oh wow, this is changing so quickly. And you are an earth sign, but you're one of those earth signs that just have this mental, intellectual side of you that is quite similar to an air sign. So you can you use your intellect really well, and it's quite funny. You've got two messages here that are quite they're quite opposed to each other, should I say. In the Valor card, where if you are in this struggle or in this battle, for want of a better word, you are to use your heart. But when it comes to the Knight of Swords, this card is saying for any of those mental worries and issues, use your intellect to make any decisions in that regard, you know, rather than being swayed by your heart. So there's two little messages there. You take what resonates, Virgo. Now, when that, and this, the reason why the Knight of Swords says that is because the energy is so swift. It can sometimes leave you feeling off balance. Things are changing very quickly. So in this instance, that is why they ask you to use your intellect rather than your heart there. Now, the final card is that 10 of Swords, and all tens, what they talk about are endings. And as I mentioned, you've gone through this difficult period, and it's really created, as I said, made you, some of you, quite physically and mentally ill. And this, because the swords, that a lot of people say that the Ten of Swords is the worst card in the deck, but I feel like this is actually talking about the worst time in your life coming to an end. So I kind of like the Ten of Swords because it really is talking about that part of your life being over with now. It's done, it's dusted. As I said, it got as bad as it's going to get, and everything from this point on is going to be better. And also, another message of this is it talks about you not hanging on to what has been. I feel like you have hung on to things, and these things have made you quite unwell as well, because you're hanging on to stuff from the past, and you're now being able to release that and now begin to plan for the future and what will be. So I just absolutely love this reading, Virgo. I really do. Now, your final card from the Gateway Oracle deck is Soaring into Joy. And I couldn't think of a more beautiful card to finish off this reading with. Now, the affirmation for this is childlike wonder fills my life. So make sure you have that joy in your life, Virgo. Feel it. Have fun. Now, the meaning of this card is celebrate and live life with glee. Clap your hands in delight. Be madcap and spontaneous. All is truly well. The universe wants you to know. Allow a childlike wonder and joy to fill your entire being. Your happiness makes a difference to others. For as you experience true delight, this radiates out from you like ripples in a still pool and touches the souls of many. Take time for yourself. Find ways to experience joy in every moment. Even when doing the most mundane, boring, or gritty tasks, look for ways to feel genuine happiness. If you have trouble finding pleasure in certain situations, start small and eventually you will soar. To feel joyful is a gift. It rejuvenates you and heals the world. What a beautiful card, Virgo. And I absolutely feel that you are going to be doing that, because this to me has a lot of Leo energy surrounding it as well. And I feel for some reason, if you don't have a Leo around you, you are harnessing this energy and you are bringing it out into the world and healing yourself and healing others. So have a wonderful June, Virgo, and I hope to see you next month. Bye.